That's a little better. Hey, y'all. What's up? Hi, guys. Welcome to Vixen After Dark. I know it's a little late. You guys know I never come on kind of late. Hey, kids! I know, I was like on Instagram, I did a poll, and I was like, late night YouTube? Everybody's like, yeah. So, here I am. Thank you guys for staying tuned and tapped and turned on. Sorry, I had this I had these earrings like this. I forgot I was cleaning. I had these earrings poking my pants. What the hell is that? If you guys are new here, welcome. I'm your host, Leticia Ofo. If you guys have not joined the fam, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button, click the bell next to it. That way you guys are notified every time I go live. So you guys, what's up? I figured I'd come on. Like I said, if you've been watching my videos this week, I've been enjoying more of the outdoors more than ever now and getting out, and I'm in a space of I'm just over social media. But I love my YouTube though, and I love pushing content for you guys. And also too for my own journey, for documentation reasons. It's just I love to create. That's pretty much where I'm at. I love to be in nature, and I just love to be outside. So I think also too, I love to do a lot of work when like spiritual work, when the world is quiet and it's like serene for some reason. But I also like to be in the sun and doing a lot of work as well. But I'm like, you know what? I didn't go live today. I felt kind of bad, but I was trying to take a day of rest and enjoy. So happy summer solstice to you guys. I don't know if you got outside and got some sun. It's also Cancer season, hence why I'm coming on to do this video. I didn't do a title because I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. I was gonna talk about summer solstice, and then I think I'm gonna switch it up. And today I'm going to discuss, if you guys don't know, I will be doing timestamps after the video. So right now it's intro and announcements. And then, oh, let me just keep going with the announcements really quick. So you guys can find me at vixenafterdark.com. I'm also updating my website. A lot of the content that I've been pushing, I changed, like, I know you guys knew months ago, like this is months ago ahead of the game if you guys are new here. I stopped doing certain types of readings, but it's not like I stopped doing it altogether. It's the fact that like I just switched up how I present the information to you guys in a new way with aka tarot astrology, because I think it's really important to know, to stay in alignment. You want to know what is playing out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like where are we at? What's going on with stars, moons, and quasars and all the planets, and that way you can kind of see why certain things are playing out the way they're playing out, whether this is our economy, whether this is, you know, dealing with people, places, and things in the world, and yourself. And I think that's very important. That way you're not sitting there like, what's going on? Because all my exes are hitting me up. Or what's going on? Because I was a little moody today. Or what's going on? Because I got too much energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people always ask me, is Mercury drinking the Kool-Aid? Like, I always get all these random DMs. Because they'll come to me, like, knowing I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? As far as the astro weather updates. So on my website, you guys, I'm updating that. As far as the services, I'm adding onto it. And I feel like I'm ready to do so, which is amazeballs. I'm actually really excited. So anyways, that's enough of that. You guys can find me vixenafterdark.com. The link is in the description down box below. I also always do quick little inserts on TikTok. I do have a Snapchat. I just started posting on there again. I was only using that for marketing purposes, but y'all get to see a little snippet of, like, you know, personal life over there. Same with Instagram. I think I'm revamping Instagram. I'm not really in love with Instagram anymore, but I'll still be on there if you guys are there. I'm just revamping how I post on certain platforms are going to be for certain uses. You'll see what those are as they sprout. YouTube's going to stay the same, of course, but I also have my personal YouTube. If you guys want to know more about me, what I got going on, you can ask questions over there and I'll answer them. You normally find the answers, or I'll talk about different topics as well that I feel like people don't really discuss all the time. So I feel like I kind of like want to get that out. I'm in a yummy space in life right now, and I'm all about, I've been attracting like-minded people that are on the same accord, and it feels really good. So hence why I've been going out a lot, like outside and in nature for the most part, looking at the stars for real, and just grounding. And you know, I feel like we get so sucked into these devices that we kind of forget to live life. So hopefully you guys can work with me as I drop videos when I can. I know my view counts have been kind of going like up and down because I don't have a set schedule like I used to when I was posting all the elements Monday through Thursday every day. So catch me when you can. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. When I drop these gems, you're saying tuned in, tapped in, turned on. It's meant for who it's meant for. That's amazing. Thanks, kids. I appreciate that. So I hope you guys are doing the same as well, because we got a lot of energies that are playing out. We got a lot of shift. We got a lot of movements. Of course, this is eclipse season. This is retrograde season. So we're forced to go internal with a lot of things and really revamp life. So I don't know. It just feels really good. Like I'm such in a good space. I don't know how else to describe it, but enough about me. So anyways, this is intro and updates. So stay tuned in. I'll let you guys know. I'll probably like go on Instagram or do a video somewhere about the services that I provide. You guys know I'm good about doing my little video ads and stuff like that. But so yeah. Anywho, oh look, and I got this cute little malachite necklace. Isn't that cute? I love it. It's like a moon shape. Anyways, so for today, I think what I'm gonna do, we do have, it is Cancer season, so happy Cancer season, happy summer solstice. What I'm gonna be discussing today, you guys, is of course now the sun is in Cancer, so I'm gonna educate you on understanding and overstanding a Cancer sun, okay? So that we can all get to know our Cancers, right? If you don't have one in your life. I've had a few friends, dated some, business partners. I've had them all in all aspects. Also, I'm going to talk about, so as a collective, what the next, like what this Cancer season, negative and positive, will bring for the collective. That way you guys kind of know how everything's shifting. Now, this is why it's important to watch my moon readings, because the moon moves every 2 to 3 days, and that matters when it's playing with the sun. And of course, you know, I always talk about the aspects and other planets and asteroids that are be moving. I'm also going to do another video on the asteroids. I think I wrote that down upstairs on my list. Anyways, it's really important to understand, that way you can stay in alignment and you can know what's the deal and what's going on, and you can alchemize the energy. If something's not playing to your favor, what's presented to you, then you know how to move in a different way, you know, and become a chameleon and go with the current and not miss any opportunities that are presented to you. Okay. I don't want you guys to miss these good, yummy, you know, updates that we have here, because a lot of people, I feel like mentally, physically, emotionally, people are drained, they're tired, confused, upset, or just don't know where to go, what to do, what's real, what's fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we can all just kind of come together and kumbaya it out and figure it out all together, right? We won't project. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to talk about that as a collective, what Cancer season is going to bring. So if you know your rising sign, this would be very important for you, because you will want to know, it's going to be moving, the sun will be moving in a specific house in your chart. So I'll talk about if it's going through houses 1 through 12, what energy that, you know, you could be, you know, as this transit goes on, what you may be feeling, what will be intensified for you, and also kind of like some challenges that you may face possibly, since this house will be highlighted for you. I think that's really important to know, or what to nurture during this time, during this full-blown Cancer season. And then I'm going to do a spread. I was thinking of doing, I was going to do a chocolate spread for the Cancers. I'm not sure if I'll do a chocolate spread. I think I'll just do regular, like what's going to come out. I'll also talk about money, what crystals will be, what crystals will come out. We'll use the crystal deck. We'll do some tarot astrology, and I want to use my African Goddess Rising deck. I love the oracle deck. So lots of oracles, guys. So hopefully you guys are tuned in. Like I said, after the live video, I'm going to timestamp. That way you guys can fast forward through whatever it is that you want to pay attention to. So without further ado, you found out his name? Is it cute? I need one. What cute? What do you need? What did I say? What's his name? Oh, this is some tea. I'm all excited for you kids because you were telling me about him. Oh, my necklace. Yes, honey. It's malachite. I love malachite. Malachite is a mineral, if you guys aren't aware. It's like a green copper carbonate mineral, I should say. It's like a rich green. It just means, you know, transformation and positive change. And for me, it was calling me. That's why I like to go to crystal shops to see what's calling me and what I need, energetically speaking. And I lost my moldavite. I'm going to do a video on that too. Losing my moldavite. I finally lost it, guys. I finally lost it, meaning I don't need it anymore. When did I get it? 2 years ago? I was wearing it for a straight 2 years. I don't know if you guys seen like a capsule I was wearing. It was a shard of moldavite in there. And a lot of things happened. Like, I'm not even, no cap. Like, it's kind of like for me to nip moldavite in like one little shell. I would say it like, think of it as like fast forwarding time, like just fast forwarding and getting through, like moving all the gunk and the bullshit out of your life to get on mission, get on board, to hop on the train and go. Like, that's pretty much like the quickest, like one sentence thing I could say for that. So anyways, shall we get started, you guys? I'm pretty excited. So like I said, happy summer solstice. We are in Cancer season, so happy solar return to all of my Cancers. You know, Cancer is a water sign, and it is ruled by the moon. Its ruler is the moon. So remember when, oh, let me pull up the charts. Duh, hold on. I don't know if the moon's still in Cancer right now. I think it's in Leo. Yeah, moon's in Leo. Yeah, duh, because I just did a video yesterday on Leo. So the moon was just home in Cancer, and you know, any planet that's home gets a little lazy. So let me pull up charts here. Hold on. What's today? Let me change the time. So yeah, the moon's in Leo. Go watch that video, you guys. We have a fat fire stellium playing out. I did it really quick, really fast, just to update you because I had plans yesterday. But I did want to get something out that way you knew what to look for while the moon's in Leo. And we also have Mars, Venus, and Lilith in Leo. That's a lot. That's a big fat fire stellium. A lot of fire. So anyways, so Cancer is a cardinal sign, and it rules the 4th house. Okay, hence 4th house is all about our home, right? And family, being comfortable within those areas. So that's why Cancer rules that house. And it's all about like it's also our, of course, our structure and our foundation to some point. I'll break it down so you guys understand. But let's understand who Cancers are. That way, if you guys aren't, really acclimated with Cancer energy, this will allow you to kind of understand them. So I want you guys to think of all of the water signs, right? I always like to break each water sign down in a sense to where you kind of get it, because they're not all the same. Even though they all deal with, it's all of a water element. So if we were to look at a beach, right? And we look at the ocean, okay? So let's say Scorpios are like super deep. Like they're the ones that are scuba diving real deep in the ocean. Like super, 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 super deep. Like they uncover a lot of hidden things, a lot of hidden truths. They're just so deep. And then you have in private, hence why we don't know a lot of things about the ocean. And then we have our Pisces. So think of Pisces as just, they're always the swimming fish. Think of like Finding Nemo in the ocean, right? And then you have Cancer. Think of Cancer as like the waves of the ocean, and it's just the water that washes up on the shore of the beach. That's Cancer. So Cancer's low-key like seeing and everything that's playing out, top, bottom, all the things, and it's just like, it's that water that just washes up on the shore. That's Cancer energy, just to give you kind of a visual. So so that's why they're a little sensitive. They're emotional too. I don't know why I'm thinking of the water. They're very patient, very kind individuals. They can also be low-key private, more of a maternal kind of an energy, I would think, as far as the nurturing aspect goes. And they just like to be very comfortable in a certain degree in certain aspects in their life. Okay. If you get a Cancer that's uncomfortable, they will be known as the crab, the cranky crab. Let's call it that. But like I said, all in all, they're very caring, very loyal to the soil, very nurturing. They really care about family, home life, hence why they rule the fourth house. They typically have a good judge of character. Hey, Shakira, you Pisces? Yeah, I found out my friend was ear hustling. What? Pisces gang. So where was I at? Oh, they typically have like a good sense of a good judge of someone's character for the most part. They're very honest and very honest. They're like very truthful with the things that they say, straight to the point. And they love to help other people to a certain degree as well. Like they will, if they really care about you, they will become your motivational speaker, your private counselor, your teacher. Like they will like try and really help you in life if you ever had a higher octave Cancer. And the downfall to that, sometimes they don't know, how do I say this? Sometimes a Cancer wants to help, and sometimes they just don't know when to let people go. People, places, and things go. Okay. Um, and they also, in the same token of that factor, they also don't know when to, they don't realize when they're allowing the wrong people in their life. So if you have any Cancer friends, you probably recognize they're so nice, so loving, so kind, and so this and so that. And that's why they're so close to Leo, because they kind of low-key like the spotlight, and they like to receive love as well. They want to be loved and nurtured and cared for, and they want to feel comfortable amongst other people, right? So they try and make other people feel comfortable no matter who the hell it is. And so sometimes they don't recognize when they have a Jezebel or someone that is not for them, or an enemy looking at them straight dead in their face. Like sometimes they don't realize that. So they could allow the wrong people in their circle, and they can kind of set themselves up in that aspect, just because of that, because they're so loving and nurturing and all the things. So they're the essence of, if you ever been with a Cancer, they're very intuitive. Like Cancers are actually like, I think everybody should have a Cancer in their life. They're very powerful, and they damn sure know how to manifest too. If they know how to work with their magic. And they just love to really uplift people. And you feed a Cancer, give them some food, make them feel comfortable, give them make sure they get their sleep, and they good to go. Like, so that really helps them balance their energy, and it balances their mood. Because remember, they're just, the water that's washed up on the shore. So imagine someone just kind of sitting on the beach, observing the beach. So give them some food, sleep in the sun, and boom, a Cancer's happy. You know what I'm saying? That helps stabilize, their water element. And they will feel everything and check the temperature of a room. So let's say, for example, I'm the Cancer, right? And you guys are all here with me. We got Shakira and Kiss. So y'all are chilling with me, right? And you guys are talking. And in the midst of conversation, I'm checking to see, as a Cancer, are you talking about me? And also, like, where are you coming from? So a Cancer thinks about all of these things so quick, so fast, and in a hurry, that they may be quiet and be a little bit more observant. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say we're all at the beach, you might think the Cancer is gazing at the sun and not paying attention, and they hear everything. They'll peep game, read the room. It's like they already kind of size you up in a quick, fast millisecond. Okay, so when you guys are talking to me, let's say I'm the Cancer, you guys are talking to me, I'm gonna react based off of how you guys are talking to me and the things that you're saying. So let's say, for example, I don't know, one of you guys are like, get mad or whatever, upset about a situation. I'm gonna see if I have anything to do with it first. You know what I mean? Cancer energy. And then I'm gonna see kind of where you're coming from. I may have some advice for you, but then I may not, because I may not want to open that door. I have to, it's like a Cancer will kind of look at the sand, look at the water. Is the currents flowing? Is there other people on the beach? Like, they're kind of observing everything first. And so I'll be like, okay, so it's not really me. Okay, let me give you some sound advice. So the Cancer will react based off of the energy that's given. Okay. Now, if it's about the Cancer, you better think twice about what you're saying, because woo. If it's not good, we'll talk about that in a second. But they'll throw it right back at you. Okay. So as far as I feel like that's a good talent to have, when you can really kind of see everything that's playing out, and kind of watch everything that's playing out, and when to react and respond. Now, their Mercury also will matter too, whatever sign they have Mercury in. For the most part, some Cancers are talkative and some people aren't so talkative. So you'll get to see both sides. But just because they may talk a lot doesn't mean they don't peep everything. That's another thing too. So anyways, they're very talented. They definitely shine through. Cancers are very empathetic water signs. They hold lots of empathy. Why? Because they're very warm-hearted and loyal, and hence why they care about family and home and nurturing and all the things. That's why I said it's like very a maternal, sensitive kind of a vibe. So, like, even though they devote a lot of time maybe to family matters, even if they have kids, or just, sisters, aunties, uncles, cousins, grandmas, and whoever, they also know that being in solitude and being alone is needed for a Cancer. Okay. If you don't give Cancer a little bit of alone time, and they're always around somebody, they may not know how to balance their energy. They won't know if they're coming or going, because they won't know if it's their energy they're feeling or somebody else's. And so they'll be kind of distraught and all over the place. when they're dealing with too many people and not slowing down and having that alone time. Okay. It's very imperative for them to be alone. Now, if you meet a Cancer that doesn't like to be alone, that just means they need to do a little bit of shadow work. Okay. But so once they get alone and they're able to focus on their gifts, focus on their talents and their skills, they'll actually recognize that they're more talented and skilled, and they had more willpower than they ever thought they could. They'll be like, oh dang, I didn't know I could do that. What? That's why they're the master manifestors. They're secretly, I don't think people know that, but they can really manifest things that they want. Now, depending on if it's good or bad for them, that's a whole nother story. But so because Cancers are in the mode of, they kind of doubt themselves, hence why they're low-key always in their head or their mind about their feelings, in a sense, before they say something about it. That's why they always call Cancer sensitive, and they cry because they don't tell anybody what they're going through. They kind of just deal with it on their own, if you ever peep that too. So they thrive best when they have positive thoughts. Now, getting to that negative side, when you're dealing with a Cancer, whether you're giving them negative information or feedback, or if they're in a negative mind frame or mindset, whoo, if you piss a Cancer off, what they will do, they will think of every negative circumstance or situation or experience that they've ever been through where somebody hurt them. They'll ball all of that up in this big, nice, giant fireball and then attack you with it and throw it at you, knives, swords, anything at you, to make you feel the wrath of how you made them feel. You don't want to piss a Cancer off. You really don't. It's not pretty. And then at the end, they'll laugh at it and move on because they've released it from them, so they feel good. They don't care about how you feel. After they do it, they may just go back to living a normal life as if nothing ever happened. Cancer energy. So they're gonna make you feel the wrath of it all. But it's like they always have to get their lick back. So if a Cancer's been quiet on you, they haven't been talking to you, they're not really engaging with you, they're either thinking of a way to get their lick back before, like, you'll know, you'll just know. They're very conscious of their feelings, you guys, and they take action on them. They do. They always say Cancers are the crabs, the crybabies, whatever. It's because they don't like to tell people what they're going through. A Cancer will watch Netflix and chill and cry in the bed all alone. And then you call them the next day and they're smiling, cheesing as if nothing ever happened, because they like to handle things on their own. They don't like people letting them know, or they don't like people letting them see them sweat for the most part. And because they care too much. Like, especially if they care too much about a person, place, or thing, pretty much people though, and then that person hurts them, they're down for the count. They're going to be down. You won't get a call, a text, or anything. You'll hear them maybe, like, they may be on social media, depending on what sign they have in Mercury, and using that as a diary of life, projecting. And some will just stay quiet and go ghost, in a sense, because they're handling, they'll turn into that crab and they'll turn into a shell. You know, that shell, they'll shell themselves off from the world until they figure out what the hell's going on. That's pretty much that's that crab energy. But when they do that, when they care too much about people, places, and things, they block their blessings sometimes when they do that. Because if a Cancer, let's say for example, gets into a loving relationship and that's all they see is that person or that goal or that opportunity or whatever it is, and they miss everything else around it, so they can become blindsided very easily. Okay, now as a collective, with the Sun in Cancer, let's talk about the positive and the good energy. Now that we understand the Cancer energy, you can kind of see where this goes as far as positive and negative as a collective and what we're going to be facing. And then the moon is also going to matter because it's how we react and respond. So be aware of where the moon is moving in your chart personally. And if you watch my channel, you'll be updated on all of that. So on the positive side, since Cancers are so emotional, everyone's going to be a little bit emotional. Everyone's going to have to feel some way, in some form or fashion, some type of emotion about something. You're going to be forced to feel something, whether you like it or not. Okay. Um, your intuition may kick off and heighten during this time while Sun's in Cancer, because it's a water element. They feel everything, right? We're going through the feelings again. We're in our feelers during this season, okay? We're all going to be in our feelings and maybe be acting on that because we have Mars in Leo and Venus is in Leo. Okay, so people may be a little bit more, oh, I forgot to put my thing on Do Not Disturb. People may be a little bit more like I said, in tune with their emotions. It's 11:11, guys. Well, where I'm at. Also with their outer world as well. We're just going to be able to self-reflect. We're going to be able to personally grow and go deep within during this time. Okay. I think this is a perfect time to nurture ourselves anyways. Coming into this summer solstice energy and this vibe, we all kind of want to get outside and have a little bit of fun and enjoy company with other people and like-minded individuals and kind of get out of our head. We want to deepen connections and, you know, make them stronger. So if you have certain connections now, you're very intrigued about people that are around you, or the things that you're into, or whatever you're creating, whatever you value, your home, your family as well. You want to maybe deepen that, you know, or whatever your desires are. So that's kind of the energy. Now, as far as dealing with self, the negative side to that, when Cancer when the sun is in Cancer, when the sun is in Cancer, we can have those intense emotions just like a Cancer. Okay, like I said, we're going to be faced to go within. So this looks like everyone kind of being very moody. Okay, Cancers can get really moody. Like I said, if they don't know, like in the midst of a conversation, if they don't know you talking about them or just in general, this is why they can come across as kind of moody until they know what's up. Then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I was just kidding. Oh yeah." Like it's like when you're talking to a Cancer, it's kind of like the energy of, like I said, it's like they low-key calculate first and then they'll go react based off of what you're saying. Good night, BM. Love you too. So how do I say this? We can get very, like, if we focus on family and friends and our relationships and things of that nature, we can get super easily sensitive or become very emotional when something happens or something arises, or especially when there's challenges or arguments or confrontations or disagreements or whatever it is. People are going to be a little bit extra in that department as far as your feelings goes. It is what it is. You know, so we want to foster being a little bit more supportive, looking at, you know, put yourself in the other person's shoes to feel whatever it is that they're going through before you kind of jump down their throat. That's my best advice for you during Cancer season. I'm just saying, okay? That way we can create more of a harmonious connection and relationships with our, you know, whether it's dating, friendships, situationships, business partnerships, whatever ships we're sailing, okay? So that's the theme there. And as far now, since I'm talking about relationships, so when the sun is in Cancer, we want to deepen those relationships on an emotional standpoint. This is where you want to nurture those relationships. This is where you want to love on people a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, for example, you know a lot of people right now, but you kind of are trying to figure out, who are they in your life? Is this a potential person that I can date? Is this a potential business partner? Can this be a potential new friend in my life? Can they turn into a best friend? Who are these people, right? So during Cancer season, you're going to see how you feel, or how this person makes you feel. Especially if you FaceTime them, voice clip, or in person with them. You're going to see their energy and how they feel. You're going to be a little bit more peep in the scene when they're around you, as far as relationships. Okay, you're going to be able to feel that. You're going to be able to peep. Just act like as if you are going to be that Cancer. Um, excuse me. So you may want to call your family up. You know, family may want to call you up. You might not talk to your sister in a long time. She done moved away to Texas and you're all the way across the side of the world. Or you haven't talked to your dad in 10 years and here he comes around the corner. You never know what's going to happen during Cancer season as far as the emotional standpoint of that. So some people may be very protective of their family during this time. Some people may be stage 5 clingers in their relationships during this time. You know, the trust, jealousy, and envy may be at an all-time high during this time. And people may be reacting on that based off of this fire stellium that we have in Venus and Mars right now as well. So that clingy mess can come and bring challenges within relationships during this time. So you have to really try and maintain a healthy balance. Make sure you have your own space. Make sure they have their own space. That way you guys can kind of come together. Make sure you're friends. Like, even if, you know, you have a best friend and like, it's like, oh, you didn't invite me, or how come you didn't call me and tell me what was going on? You know, why'd you call Dan first? You know, it's like, that's going to be going on. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of like pick and choose your battles when the sun is in Cancer. And make sure you just respect people's space. Remember, like I said, Cancer needs space, because if they don't have that space, they don't feel comfortable. They don't know who's playing who and who's doing what's going on. They can be all over the place, okay? As far as like when it comes to like your money and your career and jobs and things of that nature, we have a lot of aspects that are playing out here as well. But this energy can really inspire you to build a solid foundation, right? Because it rules the 4th house. This is where the structure comes in that I was talking about earlier, building the structure and the foundation of home, your sanctuary, making it comfortable. So this can be a yummy time as far as nurturing, you know, your creative projects and things that you have going on. What is it that you want to present to the world? What do you want to be doing? Do you want to be a lawyer? Do you want to work for real estate? Do you want to be an astrologer, a tarot card reader? What do you want to do? You know what I mean? So create. Make a space in your home so that you can create. Make comfortable space for yourself as far as self-care, because this could be considered your home too. You know, making sure all your chakras are in alignment, making sure that you can move and maneuver mentally, physically, emotionally, soul, mind, and body, right? Making sure you're good, because if you're not good on the home front here, you're definitely going to be projecting, and you may, you know, let's say it's Monday and something happened, you don't talk about it, you throw it under the rug. Something happens on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you sweep everything, right? You keep it all balled in. Here comes Friday, you're going to be like the Cancer and think of everything that happened during the week, and you're going to blow up on somebody that doesn't deserve that. You're going to make them feel the wrath. It can be the smallest little trigger that has nothing to do with anything that happened to you, but you're going to make them feel all of what you went through throughout the entire week and blow up. So you got to kind of be careful. That's kind of like the downside. Especially if you live with someone and you guys both pay bills, both making money and all the things, especially when it comes to working at a job. Okay, you're going to see people get a little bit more emotional, like, dang, I did all that for them and I did overtime. He didn't even say nothing to me. Like, they didn't even give me no extra nothing. They could have gave me, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna be like that at work too, just hacky emotional. Like, oh God, and wanting to receive the praise, reward, and recognition too. Oh, excuse me, cat hair. So this energy can actually help you make wise financial decisions, because you can actually take your time on whatever it is that you want to nurture, whatever it is that you want to build on, create, and things of that nature. Now, on the downside to that, Cancers are very fearful sometimes. Some Cancers, they can fear or have doubt within themselves. So when the sun is in Cancer, for all of us, as far as on a collective scale, you got to think that fear, it's like I said, Cancers don't like to be uncomfortable. So when they feel an inkling of instability within their lives. Let's say, for example, you lost a job. It's kind of like, okay, I'm trying not to freak out, but I'm freaking out. It's like you're going to be deep within. You're going to feel like, oh my God, I can't tell anybody. What am I going to do? How am I going to get this? And you might be in the fake it till you make it energy as far as your finances goes. Sometimes that works for people, and sometimes it's a disaster if you got to really fake it till you make it. It's not going to work. So you may become very reluctant to taking risks. I don't think some people might not have that problem because, like I said, we have Venus, Mars, all in the sign of Leo. Lilith's in Leo, adding a little bit of spice there. You know, we got work with Uranus wanting us to go outside of the box and do things a little bit different. Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn, so we're all focusing on our foundation stability and forced to go within anyways to figure out what it is that we want to do. Where do we want to grow? How do we want to figure out how we're going to bring home the bacon and make the money? Do I want to just work this job? Do I want to try and move up in the company? Do I want to start my business? What it is? We already should have been thinking about all of this, you guys, okay? I'm not telling you anything that you already don't know. When it comes to Cancer moon energy, guys, just know the moon is how we react and respond. I did a video on Cancer moon if you guys want more details about that. It's just more of the emotional needs and responses that are influenced by Cancer qualities if you're a Cancer moon. If you're a Cancer rising, you got to think the rising sign, it's more of your outward behavior. It's how, Jax, what are you doing? It's how people perceive you. Okay? So that's all the differences of that. I can go more deep into that. Maybe that can be a separate video, but so let's move on, guys. I want to talk about, if you guys know your rising sign, hopefully you guys do. You've downloaded your chart. We're all there already because that should have been like, you know, a long time ago, right? If you've been watching my channel. So I'm going to talk about all the rising signs and what house the sun will be transiting in, which this will be highlighted for you during Cancer season, this type of energy that we're in right now. So if you are an Aries rising, where's this going to go? Ooh, so you're going to be in the Cancer house, 4th house. So this is going to activate your home and family and, you know, your emotional foundation. Okay. So you may feel a strong focus on, you know, being domesticated, you know, nurturing things at home, whether this looks like you fixing up your home or going from an apartment to a house, maybe connecting with family, having more family gatherings, you know, doing more activities with your kids. It is summertime, actually being a cheerleader for them and showing up at every event, whatever it is that they got going on. You know, maybe creating more of emotional security for yourself, making sure that you're comfortable within your home and your chakras. And you may even dive a little bit deeper in, you may do some shadow work, or you may uncover more information about your family, your roots, where you came from, who you are, things of that nature. Okay. So the downfall to this, as you're an Aries rising, which is a fire sign, if you're not where you want to be on the home front, like let's say, for example, you got hella roommates, or you live with your mama, daddy, sister, auntie, uncle, brother, or a person that you're with in a relationship with, and you're uncomfortable and you're unhappy, it's gonna show. It's really gonna show. You're gonna feel very emotionally overwhelmed. Okay, like I said, Cancers like to feel comfortable. They like to have some space of sanctuary and feel like they're at home so that they can be themselves. And as far as Aries, y'all really don't like to be all emotional and all that stuff. You don't really talk about your emotions at all, for the most part. So you may find it very challenging during this time to really kind of navigate and nurture yourself. You may just be a little bit sensitive while we're in Cancer season if you're not getting your things together. You know what I'm saying? If you're not getting your home front together, if you're not assertive about becoming independent, if that makes sense. Okay. Um, Hi, Ashika. Did I say your name right? Thanks for tuning in. I was about to say wave high. Taurus rising. So with the sun in Cancer, so this looks like this is going to be in your third house. We all know third house is about communication. It's about learning. It could be about your siblings and things of that nature. So in this house, you might feel inclined to really express your emotions. Ooh, Taurus, what? You might tell people exactly how you feel. You might engage in some, heartfelt conversations with your friends, family, kids, maybe even people at work. Now you're probably gonna like tap in and be like, you know what, that actually happened to me, and I went through this, and yada yada yada. You might relate to somebody in some form of way and deepen a connection since in your third house. Um, you may gain some close friends during this time in Cancer season. Um, you may express your emotions in a way where people will actually see how you feel now, Taurus, because sometimes Taurus can be a little closed off. It's like kind of, they don't really like to talk about their emotions openly to the public. It's like more super private. Like they got to really trust you, know you in order to open up. So they might just kind of now be a little bit extra chummy, and nurture, some intellectual pursuits in the house of three because it's a communication in your thoughts. But like I said, some Tauruses don't like to um, change or show emotion. So you may come across a Taurus that could be in a lower octave where it's like, you know what, I don't want to talk. Like they're gonna resist everything. They're gonna resist change. They might become, they might be. Uh, they just might become a little bit too attached, or some might even be too comfortable. Um, focusing on their stability. Taurus risings might, Jax, get out. Sorry, my cat is going crazy. Taurus risings, you might struggle with being deep. Okay, some may. Um, so yeah, anyways, Gemini rising. Um, this is gonna be in your second house. Second house, we all know, is a Taurus house, so that rules your finances, your values, and your self-worth. So this is going to bring lots of attention to your financial security, and really encourage you to really assess your values, who you value, what are your priorities now, what are your goals. You're going to want to seek some type of emotional fulfillment. And being an air rising sign, you guys think about stuff emotionally. You don't feel it, you think first. So now with the sun in Cancer as a Gemini rising, you're gonna now you're really gonna want to like feel that from people, which hence will allow you to kind of drop your gems, emotionally speaking as well. Okay, so you may even like step up your pep as far as your self-worth. You may figure out what like your value and your worth at this time, and like, you know what, this is how I am, so I'm only going to deal with that and this is what I'm not going to deal with anymore. And you may let that be known too. Okay, so like I said, Geminis think first as far as their feelings before they feel. So with the sun in Cancer, some Geminis might look like a scattered Cancer energy. Like they kind of might be all over the place with their emotions if they don't know how to master their energy. So they might have difficulty if they're not receiving the deep emotional connections with people. Oh, they're gonna run. They're gonna run. They're gonna run. They're gonna run. They're gonna struggle, um, and they may just look to just trying to find some way to nurture their own feelings first, and then maybe care about the other person later. Um, some may just not want to be in their feelings at all, and they just want to like learn, like on a deep way, and receive some stimulation that way. So Cancer rising, we all know this is going to be in the first house. Anytime anything shifts, it's going to be in your first house. So this first house we all know is about self, right? So yourself, your personality, it's your season. So your appearance, maybe the way you look, you might change it. Anytime it's someone's birthday season, they just like Their whole wardrobe changes. They might change the hair color, get their hair done, their nails done, you know, do a whole drastic something. I'm coming out different this year. This season's going to hit different, you know, so because it's always in the first house. That's why it makes sense now, right? Everyone's always like changing something major, drastic about how they look, what they finna be doing, because it's always in the first house. Get it? So this is really going to intensify how you express yourself. You know, that's why anytime it's anybody's solar return season, they're like, it's my birthday all month, like, you know what I mean? So they're extravagant with it and do so many different things to really express themselves. So I would say, if you are a Cancer, this is your house and it's your solar return, this is your season, use it to grow personally, internally. Use it for like internal factors. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, you get dolled up and change your hair, whatever it is you want to do. But I would say work on discovering who you are right now, this day and age, because we have a lot of things going on. So you don't want to be a lost in the sauce Cancer in your season. If you're lost in the sauce right now, you don't know if you're left from your right, you're depressed. Oh, Lord Jesus. Um, you want to find ways to glow, to radiate, to know your self-worth, to have some compassion and be on the other octave, a higher octave of Cancer right now. So you have to nurture yourself, assert what you need from other people, because you don't want to be a people pleaser. You don't want to be adding too many people's energies in the mix if you're kind of lost either. That's only going to make you even more lost. So even more emotionally sensitive, even more moody, you know what I'm saying? And so it might be difficult for you to even set boundaries during this time too. So you might doubt yourself, and not be productive in whatever goals that you have. And you might be like overly protective of the things that you have now, but you ain't taking no action. So you got to like make sure you're on the higher octave because it's your season. Leo rising. So this is going to go in your 12th house. We all know 12th house is all about spirituality, hidden matters. This is a Pisces house. So Leo risings, you're going to force to go kind of low-key within, maybe by going to solitude, you know, and like really, it's like you want to be outside, but you'll start to realize, like, if you see the signs and pay attention to the synchronicities, you'll probably be forced to go within. You know, water on water in a water house, in a water with water sun energy. Jax, what are you doing? You may have a spiritual awakening. You may do some shadow work and have lots of inner healing going on. You know, I feel like it's a favorable time for you to go to kind of low key go within too. Pretty much for the most part, just go within. That's all I can really say. You know, you might heighten some spiritual practices. Do a lot of releasing. I feel like if anything's dealing with your 12th house, especially if you have other planets there too in your 12th house, a lot of emotional releasing, a lot of healing, a lot of going within. You might even want to go on like a spiritual retreat. You might do some shrooms or stuff. I don't know. You might microdose. Who knows? So on the negative side to this, since this is summertime and you're a Leo rising who wants to be in the spotlight and be out in the mix and things of that nature, you might be a little bit sensitive to energy when you go out during this specific time. So gaining attention from the wrong people, places, and things, you might struggle to find a balance. Well, I kind of want to go outside, but then when I do go outside, I don't really want to mess with nobody. Everybody's weird and they're looking at me funny and they acting crazy. You know what I mean? You might like go the whole opposite. So you got to find a nice balance. You know, you may want to be recognized for some things that you do. Might want to go outside and play, but at the end of the day, ooh, Jax! Sorry. Hey! Oh my God. My cat is horny and he always tries to hunt Pepper. It's so frustrating. Oh my goodness. You hear them? Hey! Lord Jesus Christ. So anyways, you may want to receive recognition. This can turn you to not want to go outside, and you may end up wanting to be a little bit more introverted. Okay, and everybody's gonna be like, "Where's the Leo rising at?" Like, I thought they always keep things lit. Like, they don't want to come outside. Like, so you may want to kind of go within. I know, and it's summertime, so you have to make sure you find a balance. Virgo rising. Jax, leave her alone. So Virgo rising, this is gonna be, this is gonna be in your 11th house. So this is gonna be, house of friendships, community. This could be your goals, dreams, wishes, aspirations in the 11th house. This is an Aquarian house. It's a Saturn house. So you may feel a strong sense to kick it and hang out with people, places, and things. You might look at your friends and be like, yeah, they ain't on my type of time anymore. I want to meet some new people. Like, you probably want to gain a whole new social circle. So you may want to get outside, get to know people. You might, I don't know, you might tap into like a new group. You might, wherever people frequent, whatever you're into. Like if you're into, I want to work on, I don't know, being healthy and making my body look right. So I'm going to join a class at the gym or something like that. And you might meet some new buddies because of that. You want to meet new people. So I don't know. I just gave that example, but whatever you're into, you may want to tap into those groups of people, like those social groups, and nurture those connections, and those friendships. The people that actually kind of like align, that's the word I'm looking for. People that align with your goals. Okay. So use that energy, okay? That way you can find fulfillment, because sometimes it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Sometimes that can get you into rooms and spaces and places to see new faces to gain the things that you want to receive in life. You got to open your mouth. But on the negative side to this, you can become a people pleaser, like that Cancer energy. Like I said, Cancers like to really nurture people and be there, and sometimes they don't know if they looking at a whole frenemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they just want to love and be loved, and also they may not know when to let people go. You know what I'm saying? So, or they may not recognize when someone's not good for them. So you got to pay attention to that. That can be a little challenging, because you want to be so chummy and out there and like, yeah, we're cool and they were great and they seem like they like me and they support me, but the whole time they're just studying you and they want to be like you and they're envious and they're jealous and like and you're blind to it and you ain't seeing it. So you got to really pay attention. Yeah, it's good to be nurturing, but make sure it's like you might have switched up who you're caring about and who you're nurturing, but make sure you're switching up for the right people. You know what I'm saying? Libra rising. So Libra rising. Oh, this is gonna be in your 10th house. So this is all about career, public image. This is Capricorn house. This is about your reputation, things of that nature. So, if we have Cancer here, this is going to bring lots of attention to your professional life, whether you have a job or a business, doesn't matter. I feel like this is going to really encourage you. You're going to see if you're really emotionally connected to whatever career path you're on. So let's say, for example, you're going to pay attention to, dang, I'm looking at all these people at work. I really don't like my boss. I like the employees, but they're not paying my bills. They're not cutting me the check. But do I really feel like going to another job and starting all over again, or just gonna stay here to stay comfortable? Like, you're really gonna go within about it, like how you feel about what it is that you're tapping into, as far as how you're bringing home the bacon, how you feel about it, and are you emotionally fulfilled with your job, or how your business is going, or how you're running your business? Like, you're really gonna be looking at all of those things. It's gonna be really important to you. So, make sure that you're nurturing whatever it is that you want to do, and make sure that however you're supporting yourself as your financial forecast, it's something that you can see yourself doing for a while. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be somewhere where you're uncomfortable. We're in a new age, guys. We're in a new world. Like, generally speaking, I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, like, nothing's going to go back the same. So we got to kind of get jiggy with how things are being run now as far as digitally. Like, this is a job right here for a lot of people, being on YouTube, you know, so you got to kind of you got to get with the program. Like, back in the days, tell us, go to school, get a degree, and then, you know, go find a job within that field. It's all different now. It's so different. So the negative side to this for Libra risings, you might find it very difficult. You might be torn between, oh my God, I really want to be like, I just want to bake cakes for the rest of my life and be a stay-at-home mom. And then, you know, that's something you desire, versus, oh, but I have this job and it pays me so good and I make so much money and I'm able to travel and do whatever it is I want, but I really don't like the people I work for. I don't like my boss. I just like checks. You know what I mean? Like, you might be having this tizzy going back and forth. You may face those kinds of challenges. Like, is this really fulfilling me emotionally? Because if you're not emotionally fulfilled within, you can kind of stress yourself out, and physically this is not going to be good for you, because stress turns into, you can make yourself sick. Like, if you really hate waking up every day to go to work, like, you may make yourself physically sick, and you may not even be the person that likes to go to the doctor. You might not tell nobody. You start to feel symptoms and aches and pains, and oh yeah, ain't nothing going on. You know, your side might be hurting, and the whole time you might have had a cyst or something like that. You know, so you got to be kind of be careful too with that, because everybody stresses about money. So be careful. Scorpio rising. This is gonna be in your ninth house. So we all know ninth house is about higher learning, higher education, your beliefs, and also it can deal with travel. So if you have Cancer here, you might be drawn to explore new perspectives in more of a deep way. Like, let's say, for example, you didn't know nothing about gene key or astrology or natal charts. Now all of a sudden you want to dive into it on a spiritual way. Now you're into metaphysics and you watch all these esoteric YouTube channels, and you might just really engage with people like that are on TikTok and, you know what I'm saying, on Bigo, whatever, Twitter. You know, you might start to educate yourself about those deep topics and deep pursuits. I feel like emotionally you'll grow in that sense, because, oh my God, you were indoctrinated in this kind of a way, and now you've seen the truth, and now you know this. So you're going to grow on a philosophical level. You might even be like, you know what, I kind of want to travel now to Dubai. I want to see these pyramids, or I want to, like, you might just like want to go do stuff just so that whatever you read, it matches what you read in the book or something like that, and go travel and go be there and go do that. So for you, on the negative side to that, when you're learning about all this stuff, you could have that information overload. It's like, you can, let's say you watch like a 5-minute video on TikTok about how we're in a flat earth and the moon is just like a space, like a fake station, and they control us. You know what I mean? Like, you might know all this knowledge, and then you just sit there and you're going to go sit in the corner and cry about it, because you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do nothing now. Everything's fake. Like, you might not be motivated to go anywhere based on the information that you're learning, because it's of higher knowledge. So you have to really be careful when you're falling into the rabbit holes in Cancer season. And then nobody's going to know what the hell's wrong with you, because you think that nobody's going to understand the information that you just dove into, and you just went into some deep, like, you know, demonic occult, like, you found out about everything, and now you're like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? So you got to kind of really be careful. Hey, leave her alone. Especially because you're a Scorpio, you really don't like to tell people your business. Scorpio rising, so you're very private. So you may have to kind of navigate your deep emotions about certain things that you're lying very carefully, to avoid any like conflicts, or to avoid like you putting pressure on other people to believe what you just learned, because then you can get manipulative, you know. Sag rising. Sag rising, this is going to be in your 8th house. Ooh, 8th house is all about intimacy. Okay, so first thing I think about when I think Cancer, because they're like lovers, right? But it's also shared resources. And you like yourself can transform in the house of 8. It's a Scorpio house. So use this energy if you have any intimate relationships. Now, intimate doesn't have to mean sex. I always have to say this because people, this is the first thing that comes to people's mind. It could be people that you talk to closely every single day, all the time. You can deepen those connections. You know, the people that you tell your dreams, hopes, and aspirations to, whatever. People that you know, like, and trust, and that you're loyal to. You can deepen those intimate connections. It might motivate you to find emotional security in other relationships that you have too. Okay. And you can personally transform when Cancer's sun is in the house of 8. You can transform beautifully in a way, because Sag, you don't like to talk about your emotions either. So instead of laughing about certain things that happen, maybe you'll actually dive deep on your inner core. I think this will help Sag risings for real. You'll have like a nice balance with being emotional and doing a lot of self-reflection. Oh, excuse me. So you can transform. Now, in the midst of this change, while the sun's here, like I said, we're all going to be low-key kind of forced to feel something about something, whether we like it or not. So you, as a Sag rising, you really don't like to be personal like that. So you may get restless and frustrated, and you might want to escape. And I want to be free, and I want to go, and I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do nothing. Like, you might just run away, and there you go. Like, now you're like sweeping everything under the rug. You're traveling far away. You're ghosting. You can mess up some connections like that. So you got to be careful. Cap rising. Cap rising, this is going to be in your 7th house. 7th house of relationships. Okay. Shout out to all my Cap risings. Yay! I'm a Cap rising. So this is going to be your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, however you want to look at it. It's going to be highlighted for you. So you're going to be looking for lots of emotional support within your relationships. It's a favorable time for you to even nurture your connections right now. Like, let's say, for example, you're a person that, as a Cap rising, you might work a lot. So you never kind of initiate or take the time to text or call or kick it with people because you're so busy working. So here's your chance to kind of, you know, put work down for a little bit and go have some fun. That's so funny. Oh my God, that's what I've been doing. Anyway, sorry. Epiphany. It's so funny when you hear about these things and then like you don't realize you're already doing it. Sometimes I always feel energy before. Anyways, so you can nurture all of your relationships during this time, personal and professional, doesn't matter, whatever ships you're sailing. So you can find a balance. What are your needs and the connections that you have right now? And then what are other people's needs? And then see if it correlates and matches and whatever, and start initiating, and you be what you want to receive. Boom. And you've just deepened a connection. Now, the negative side to this being in the 7th house of relationships with that Cancer energy, you know, Cancers are very loyal, very nurturing. They love home life. So, you know, deals with relationships, right? So, and you got to think, as a Cap rising, you might be very practical and, you know, disciplined, but that's where you may face an obstacle. You're like, damn, now I got to kind of switch it up. I'm forced to feel now. Like, you might be so into whatever it is that you're doing. You might love your job, or you might love creating and doing whatever it is, or running your business, whatever. And then somebody hits you up like, girl, guess what happened? Oh my God, guess what he told me? And then you're like, dang, I really want to do my project, or I know I need to be a friend and listen right now. So you might you have to like really find a balance. And also too, I don't think that's going to be much of a problem for you, Cap rising, because you're really good at listening. Great listening skills. But as far as you expressing your emotions, that might be where the issue is. Like you may be there for people, but as far as you expressing how you feel to other people, you have to find a balance with that. Like, be open. Like, you can't have your friend always just telling their tea. You need, shed a little bit of tea and some sugar too, with some cream on top. You know what I'm saying? um Aquarius rising. So this is gonna be your sixth house of work, health, daily routines. I'm not fond of the sixth house. I'm sorry I made that face. I can't hide my faces. So you might be um uh, I feel like as far as the Cancer energy, it's gonna be more emphasis on your self-care routines, like really taking care of yourself, your work environment. You might focus on creating some more nurturing ways of doing things. So let's say, for example, to make yourself feel better coming to work every day, you might decorate your office or something like that, or look a certain way every time you go in there, or have like certain like better systems or routines when you're getting things done at work to make yourself feel comfortable at work, right? As far as health, you might say, oh, I feel so uncomfortable every time I eat late. Every time we go out to dinner between 8 and 10, like my stomach hurts the next day. So you might make it a point to, so you feel comfortable, you might make it a point to not eat after 7 p.m. and maybe eat between the hours of like 4 and 6 as far as your health routines go. Or make sure you drink tea before bed or something like that. But, this also pertains to not just physical, but even your mental health. So finding like emotional fulfillment, just through your day-to-day life. Now, when it's in your house of 6, you may feel disconnected. You may feel detached. As Aquarius rising. So you may find it hard to be vulnerable, because if it's in your 6th house of discipline, in a sense, like you feel like, oh, I gotta do X, Y, and Z. Like, I don't have time to, like, I don't care about your feelings. We gotta get this job done. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean? So you might not want to be vulnerable or nurturing in the 6th house. So you have to find a balance. Last but not least, we have Pisces rising. So Pisces rising, oh, this is going to be in your 5th house. 5th house of creativity, romance, or romantic partnerships. And the way that you express yourself is going to be illuminated for you while the sun is in Cancer. So I would use this yummy Cancer energy in the 5th house to really express how you feel. Express any talents, gifts, skills, be very creative, and put emotion into it. Let's say, for example, you have a podcast, put the feeling in make people feel whatever it is that you say on that podcast, make them rewind it, press pause and make sure they pay attention to every word, put some feeling into it. As far as your artistic pursuits or whatever you got going on. As far as the romance department, Cancers love to be nurturing. They're lovers. So, time to be a little bit more, you might be a little bit more emotional sensitive in your romantic partnerships, but that's okay. Some people like that. You might be a little bit playful because it's a house of 5, so a little flirting going on, things of that nature. But the negative side to this is, let's say, for example, you're just like dating, your emotions might be high end, so will the other person, but it's like maybe the two of you guys won't be able to express that to each other. So you may escape if someone's not, if there's no reciprocity, you may escape in that sense because you're a Pisces. So you might need to be very mindful in setting like some healthy boundaries, and stay grounded in reality, maybe transmute the energy and focus on your creative endeavors and things of that nature rather than becoming overwhelmed in your emotions, because you're also a water sign too, Pisces rising. Let's do a spread now. Let's do a spread. Let's do a spread. Let's do a collective. I'm gonna pull up the aspects here. So we're going to do a collective, you guys. Actually, wait. Let me pull Cancer's, Cancer, let me pull for you, specifically for Cancer Suns really quick. As far as the crystal card and the finance card and then the Lenormand. So let me just do that. Let's pull for Cancer and then we'll do the collective. It'll just probably be really quick. Cancer Sun. A lot of twos. Cancer, I know this is your season. A lot of twos. You're going to have to make a lot of decisions in this season. You're going to have to be focusing on you and your endeavors and what you got going on with all these twos sitting here. You have lots of opportunities that are waiting for you. You're almost going to be ending some cycles. And then you are actually closing out a couple of cycles as well. So lots of infinite opportunities here that you have just right out the gate. Looking at this spread here, this could be opportunities in money and studies, gaining new skill sets, things of that nature. This could also be, like I said, in love, relationships, you know, and with your Cancer energy and you being yummy in your season, this could be all about you. You know what I'm saying? Being the charmer, seducer, lover. Hey, Jax. Pepper just popped him. So you know, might be in that yummy energy to where you want to, it's like you want to be so nurturing and loving. And when you put that out there, you have to be careful though. You have to be careful here because you have the anchor. You can really sink, like I said, and you could be giving the wrong people attention. Like you could be that loving, charming, seducing kind of an energy to some toxic people and you may not even recognize it. Or you may be so nurturing and loving and, you know, I'm outside, you know, this park here energy. I'm outside, going to traveling and going to new places, seeing new faces, all these things, receiving the love and, you know, people really expressing how they feel towards you. But on the same token of that, you may not know when it's time to let go of somebody either. Okay. The anchor, it can represent, you know, positive and negative. You could be so hooked into whatever it is that you got going on that you miss the red flags, whether this is dealing with a person, place, or a thing. You also might be hooked into certain opportunities that come your way to where, you know, you have to kind of be careful because you could be so deep into maybe signing contracts or learning something or so sucked into something that you miss other grand opportunities that are there for you as well. So be aware. You have lots of 8s on the board, 9s and 10s, 8, 9, 10. I feel like you can be in alignment. It's like you could be on a great path. Like, I'm really excited for you, honestly, just looking at these Lenormand cards here, whether this is like you loving on yourself or, you know, people waiting for you to give you your flowers while you're here and being of interest to you, because 29 equals 11, it's a master number, but it's also masculine, like people actually taking action, going towards you, giving you your flowers while you're here, saying those nice, yummy texts, phone calls, things of that nature. You know, but on the same token, stay focused on the things that you want to accomplish and the goals that you want to achieve as well, because you don't want to get stuck in a scenario where you're not free. And you can't free yourself out of it based on maybe some contracts that you possibly didn't read all the way. You didn't know what you're getting into. It just looked good on the outside, you know, so you got to kind of be careful and look at everything. Everything can look good on the surface level, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm receiving all this praise, rewards, recognition, everything's going good for me. But don't fall so deep because you love to nurture and you love the love and everything like that, that you miss the fine details of it all. Boom. Okay. Just FYI. Let's pull up some finance cards for you. Hi, Scat Pack. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Oop. So yeah, I feel like this could be a very yummy time, but you have to find a nice balance for the most part. And that's, you know, with all of us. So all of us can kind of take that advice too, but it's going to be more prominent because it's your season, of course. Like I said, you got a lot of great things happening for you because it's going to be in your first house, especially if you're, or Cancer rising first house, and then you're the sun. Oh, also too, as far as if you're a Cancer, what house were you born in? You know, so look for that too. Like for me, I was born as a Pisces, but it's in my 3rd house. So yeah, that also matters as well. It's going to be more prominent for you. We're going to pull up your financial forecast. What do we have for Cancer season? What's good? You know I'd be watching. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know you're watching until people comment. It just has a number. So boom, like I said, watch. You've got the watch. So pay attention. It's time to profit, okay? Like I said, I've already felt this already. This is just confirmation. It's divine timing. Seize the moment. There's a lot of opportunities that are waiting for you, that are coming up for you. You know, you're going to gain lots of skills. You have the face here. You're going to be taking risks. You're going to be investing, you know. But with that face, like I said, face value is kind of would be like low-key the name of the game. You know, you might have a lot of ideas going on, okay? You know, new income sources. Like I said, you might feel inspired from people, places, and things, especially through your travels or new groups of people that you could be meeting here. So I feel like here your finances are going to be solid. You're definitely going to overcome some obstacles here, especially with the crown, okay? Do things out of integrity. Put whatever energy into whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you're doing. Put that emotion behind it and the feeling behind it. This is why Cancers can be master manifestors, because once you put that emotion and that feeling behind it, especially if you do music too, because you're doing it every day, you're in that crown chakra, you're definitely going to receive wealth, and you can receive wealth in many different ways. It's like, in this season, you can make so many power plays as far as your financial forecasts. I feel like there's a lot of grand things that are going to be working out for you. So whatever it is that you're tapping into, make yourself known for whatever it is that you do. I'm not saying that you have to be in the forefront, whatever it is that you do. You could play in the background and be a whole rich millionaire, billionaire, whatever status behind the scenes and nobody knows about it. But like, how do I say it? Maybe this is for people that are more out there. Like you may, like if you want to expand, you may have to, you know, speak with other people, of course, and bring in a team. So you may have to like shine in some form or fashion using your face card, your charm. You make to get to meet those people that are in those high spaces and high places. You know what I'm saying? So you just be careful. Like, read all the contracts if you're signing anything. Know, like, make sure whatever you're investing in that you're just super connected to it. Make sure you're just good instead of just looking at the pretty bow, you know, in the card and the gift wrapping. Okay, make sure you like open that bitch and like take everything out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really dive deep into something before you say yes, or before you put all your eggs in one basket, or before you super commit to something. Make sure you are locked in, like it's sealed, signed, delivered, and you're sure about it. Okay, that's gonna be like big for you, because you do have this spiral here. It's like you can get a taste of the good life and all that stuff, and then boom, you can spiral out of control, depending on who you're dealing with. Like I said, you may meet new places, see new faces, see new people, and all the things. It may look good, but then it might not be good for you. You just have to be careful while you're climbing the ladder. I see a lot of great things for you. Go in the upward trend and don't go out of control. okay? Especially if you got a lot of money coming in or you have a lot of abundance coming in. You know, make sure you have a gratitude journal, all the things, okay? Because you do have the feather, so you can get money like it's easy for you. Whatever it is that you're tapping into or whatever you're about to tap into, it may flourish. I'm getting a few different things. It's like multiple opportunities or multiple streams of income. It's like multiple ways of how you make money. This is divine intervention for real. It can come very easy. So you just have to like, just watch everything, because Pluto, you never know what Pluto and Uranus are gonna do. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, so let's get some crystals. What can we all use for Cancer season? This is our crystal deck. I don't know if you guys are into crystals, if you wear bracelets. I thought that'd be fun just to pop these out. I just got my new malachite. Hi, Mark. Where you been at? Your birthday's on Friday? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. What you finna do? Happy solar return if I don't talk to you. Okay. Crystals. What do we need as far as crystals? Ooh. So we'll read what it says as far as... Now, you don't particularly have to get the crystal, but if you have it, maybe you can set up some crystal grids for yourself. Maybe you can wear these crystals. Maybe you can use it when you do some spiritual work, or you can just take in, or you can exude that energy in some form or fashion, okay? And use the energy from your chakras. So, ooh, interesting crystals we have here. Chalcopyrite. Look at that. Looks like gold. It looks like regular pyrite, but so let's see what it says. Are you ready to create miracles in a new reality? Do you know that you can easily create a wonderful shift in your life? Get ready, because your dreams are about to become a reality. Don't stop short. Keep moving forward and trust in the process. You're a miracle worker. I literally just said this. I swear sometimes I really don't need the cards, but it's fun. All right, we have Axonite. It looks like hematite, but like rust, like if you were to carve it. Anyways, it says, are you able to find order within creative chaos? Like, it's like having lots of ideas and like, what do I start on first? Or where do I go? Where do I go hard on? You know, it's like that. Are you going in too many directions and feeling energetically depleted? Take the time you need to rest, regroup, rejuvenate. Look deeply for the clarity in your confusion and recognize that less than positive experiences provide tools for developing an emotionally mature backbone. So if this is your season, like I said, you're going to have lots of opportunities. You're going to have multiple ways on how to make money. It's going to be easy for you, but are you saying yes to too many different things without looking at the details of it all first? Are you adding way too much on your plate and you're not able to be consistent? Are you just doing, or is too much being asked of you to where you can't put your best foot forward in everything that you have going on? So you may want to kind of like, check that out if that's you. Okay. Oh, we have channeling quartz here. So during your season, it is, Cancer season, Cancer energy, even for all of us, it's like we're going to be able to, our intuition is going to be heightened. It's a water sign. So do you often feel inspired? Are you using your inner guidance to follow your own sacred path? You are an instrument and a channel of knowledge and wisdom. So use this wisdom as you travel forward in your daily life to create, write, and be or do anything you want. Your potential is unlimited. Ew. Oh, shh. Did I just do that? Hold on, guys. Oh my God, Jordan. I didn't mean to do that. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Got a little. Okay. just going to leave that there. And then you have Seraphonite. Ooh, this kind of looks like malachite. Have you observed the presence of life and spirit in all objects that fill the universe? Are you receiving divine messages? Embrace your gift to live a charmed life and help others find peace. Take time for rituals to open your heart to the spiritual essence of all that is. Everything has a life force. We also have magnesite. It looks weird. It looks like a cauliflower. Are you able to integrate heaven and earth into your current life experience? Are you grounded and aware of your divine connection? Now is the time to absorb the blessing of being human while still embracing your union with the divine. You are a child of the universe and are aligned with the spiritual realm. Get into it. Get into it. All right, guys, let's pull up a collective energy. We're going to do the collective. And then I'm going to bust out the wheel. Did I bring my other deck down here? I didn't, but it's okay. I want to use this, the African Goddess Rising deck. Actually, you know what? Let me go grab my other deck. Girl, I've been all over the place. How you been? Really? Oh, no, Lord. Let me grab my other deck, guys. 2 seconds. Don't go nowhere. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. I'm back. I'm back. Why you been all over the place? What's happened? All right. Let's actually start off with the energy cards. I have to start off with these. It was calling me. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. I don't know what. Oh. I was like wondering, what the hell is that? Alright, that's better. Alright. Let's do it. Who's ready? Are you ready to rumble? I was going to do a separate, but whatever. I'm just going to timestamp. So, collective. So this is for everybody. Let's go ahead and check the energy, guys. We have a lot of aspects playing out today. Woo! It's midnight, though, so let's kind of low-key prepare for tomorrow, right? The moon's going to coincide with Neptune. Jupiter sextiling Saturn all week. Ooh, the North Node is sextiling Sun. So our North Node, we're supposed to be operating and having new experiences. All right. What's the energy for the collective? How are we feeling? Where are we at? What do we need to see? I'm going to move this out of the way. You guys know I have my Spirit Cosmo. We're going to do tarot astrology. I'll do the Goddess Rising after. we have a lot of archangels. A lot of angel energy. Let's see how many comes up. All right, so as far as the energy, ooh, we also have Chiron trining with Mars. Chiron's a wounded healer. Trines are good. There's always a light and dark to every situation. Mars is all about taking action on that. So here's the deal. While we're in Cancer season right now, we're all forced to feel some type of way, right? And with this yummy energy, we can use this yummy nurture our creative pursuits and things that we have going on, nurturing all of our connections right now, whether they're business partnerships, love relationships, things of that nature, right? Because as we're looking at this world, it could be a dark, dark world, okay? People's mental agility is gone. Attention spans are this small. Like, so many things are falling and crashing and burning around us. So it can be easy for people to fall into the world of depression. You see all this dark energy that's playing out, but we need to utilize maybe our dark feminine energy. Maybe we need to bust out Lilith. Sometimes you need to bust out your ego to protect yourself when there's a square opposition that's playing in your life. So as far as we're looking at the world, okay, how do we participate? What do we need to nurture? What do we need to take care of? Well, our home front, what we have, what we came with, okay, instead of worrying about what's on someone else's plate. It's good to be in the know about things, but we don't want to be in the know to where we're scared or we're in fear or we're doubting ourselves. So we got to make sure that we are nurturing ourselves, loving on ourselves, doing our self-care routines, things of that nature. That way we're not projecting onto anybody else. That way we're not forcing, people to believe certain things or, forcing connections, you know what I mean? Or being stage 5 clingers and not giving people space, not being energy vampires. So we have to be aware of that because this is what can happen and what can go down. So we want to take action, 29 equaling the number of 11, okay? So that we can build a foundation. That way it can be secure and we can be stable and we ain't looking at what's on somebody else's plate. Because we got a lot of opportunities that could be coming here. So you got to make sure you don't miss them, okay? Adjacent possibilities is the card of where certain things actually will come to you, but it won't be in the form or fashion that you expect it to be or want it to show up as. So let's say, for example, you're trying to manifest or you're trying to work hard and do something. The universe or the divine or God, however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, it's going to present you whatever it is that you called upon. And when you look at it, some people might not appreciate it. They're like, yeah, that's what I wanted, but no, that's not it. Next. And like you keep saying that. And it's like you're going to miss the mark because you're not in the energy of like, you know what? Man, that door did close, but I sure did get another opportunity. I'm just grateful. You got to be in that energy. It might not be every little piece, nook and cranny of everything that you wanted, but you got to make sure that you appreciate whatever it is that's being presented to you because it could be worse, right? So we have to be aware of that. We have a lot of 2s on the board once again. This has to do with our foundation. So we have to just continue to take action and go forward, upward, and onward and not backwards, okay? Once you know better, do better, okay? And the other thing about that, since we are in the summer solstice, it's summertime, people want to be out, be adventurous, have lots of fun, travel, all the things, right? Especially depending on what house it's hitting for you. Just make sure you're not putting on too much on your plate because you do have the all tied up card. Make sure you're not nurturing everybody because let's say, for example, you have a product or a service or whatever, you're not going to be for everybody. So you have to recognize that you're not for everybody and you have to be okay with that. You can't market to every single person. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is going to be interested in what you're into. You have to make sure that you're connecting with the right audience because we can gain lots of attention because Mars is in Leo, Lilith's in Leo, Venus is in Leo. You can gain attention that you want, but is it the right attention? Okay. Are you getting the attention that you need to build and support whatever it is that you have going on? So you don't want to take on all these opportunities just because the money's coming in and it looks good and it's paying your bills and you get to buy whatever fitted clothes and travel wherever, you want to make sure it's people that's going to be there for the long haul. Okay, all of us can gain some form of attention in some form or fashion just to get a quick lick, but is it going to bring in the stability? Is it really going to secure your foundation for the long haul, aka like residual income or followers or supporters that actually support you, whether you ride in the bus or in the limo? You know what I'm saying? Because we can all gain people's attention in some form or fashion, but is it going to still be there, or are you going to be a one hit wonder? So make sure you are building those connections and you're not just like screwing yourself by adding too much when it really won't amount to securing your spot or bringing in the success or bringing home the bacon for the long haul. You know, you don't want the short term or the quick get rich scheme, whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? Because then we're on this Cancer energy, when we feel uncomfortable, if you are in a world like we're low-key supposed to be uncomfortable, like you have to feel uncomfortable or live the uncomfortable life for a little while longer until you can get comfortable. So hence why we need to operate in our north node. Okay, the north node is sextiling the sun right now, so it'll allow us to kind of do that and use that yummy energy to, okay, all right, I'm ready for change. All right, I'm ready to do this. All right, I'm ready to switch this up. All right, I'm ready to tap into that. You know what I'm saying? And operate in that north node energy and use Jupiter and Taurus, right, to gain that experience and expand upon that to bring in the material possessions that we need at this time. Or else you're gonna be looking at somebody as you're jealous, you're envious, you're not comfortable, you're sad, you're mad, you're upset, you don't want to change, and all the things. And you're just going to sit here, woe is me kind of an energy, and be dark and be projecting while you're looking at everybody else's life on social media and they're carrying out their goals, dreams, wishes, and aspirations, whatever gift, talent, skill that they have. And you're going to be looking at them like, damn, how'd they do that? But like with this energy that's playing out, guys, anybody can go viral right now. And like no matter what it is, you could be dumb, deaf, and blind and go viral. You know what I'm saying? You could be millions of views on something. Like you just got to be putting action towards something, but make sure it's something of substance. Of course, something that means something. You know, like I said, you don't want to be the one hit wonder. You know what I'm saying? And tap into your spiritual path. We do have Saturn in Pisces right now that's retrograding at this time, so it's forcing us to kind of go within. So with this temple to path here, you can actually combine you sitting there working on yourself, doing your shadow work and knowing the things that you want, knowing your values, morals, beliefs, you know, setting those boundaries and doing things in a healthy way with integrity. So incorporating that spiritual side to it and having it play out into whatever it is that you are tapping into, your creative gifts, talents, skills, whatever it is that you're doing for yourself. Okay, you can have a nice balance because we do have the healer of ages here, to where it's allowing us to really heal. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we have Chiron trining Mars right now, so taking those opportunities. If you feel triggered in any form or fashion, or you get upset about something, like, man, I don't like them, they're so irritating, but they could be so nice to you, but why are they irritating you? Then you have to really kind of figure that out. You have to do some shadow work, right? So there's that opportunity for us to go within so that we can balance our divine feminine, divine masculine energies here. Okay, now closed mouth doesn't get fed. We do have the 5th chakra here, which is our throat chakra. So we have Archangel Gabriel. You can either call upon that energy if you need to, okay, in order for you to speak up. Okay, some people you have to really talk about it, whether this is you getting out something that's frustrating for you and really bringing it to the forefront, shouting it to the world, journaling it, writing about it, putting it in a song, telling people on social media, whatever. You need to get it out. Of course, doing it in a healthy way, like don't project, but get it out of your head, you know, because the more you eat shit, you're gonna be shit. Okay, sorry, I have to say it. I know I'm not supposed to cuss on this channel, but I had to say it. Like, it is what it is, straight up. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you are saying the things that need to be said. Don't let people walk all over you or walk on you, or don't be passive aggressive. You got to go out and kind of get what you want. It's not going to be handed to you, and nobody's coming to save you, period. Okay, so this is root chakra energy right here. Archangel Michael, you can call upon his energy as well to assist whatever it is that you need to go with your utilizing your root chakra. Making sure you're not vibing low though. You know, we all have these desires, right? But make sure we have a balance between our desires and our needs, you know, things that we really need to be focusing on. We could desire so many things, you know, but there's certain things that we actually really need to get done. So this is why we have Archangel Uriel here, so that we can use all of these creative ideas and all this energy, the root chakra energy, go into our solar plexus with the sun in Cancer to activate all of this, okay? And put it to good use to make the changes that we need to see within ourselves, to make the changes so that we can live the life that we always want to live, or whatever have you, whatever situation it is that you're going through, okay? Very, very important, because the number 5 is all about creating. If you're a life path 5 or a life path 3, you know, it's all about creating, creation, create something, get out there and create. I can't say it enough. You know, I mean, those are the most common life path numbers. But I'm just bringing it out there to the forefront. Like, there's a lot of change that's coming about. So why not you be the person to invent something? That's the energy that we're all kind of like in right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I always tell you guys this. You can be the plug. You can be the go-to. You can be the it factor. That's the energy. Like, that's literally, like, you know what I'm saying? You know how, like, back in the day when they told you to invest in Bitcoin, right? When was this, like 2017 or something like that? I don't even know the year, but, and nobody did it because they didn't know what it was. They were scared. Well, good thing for those people that did do it and they weren't scared and they let fear pump into them, because they got like all kinds of houses, cars. I see people with their license plate that says thanks to Bitcoin. Like, like they were, you know what I'm saying? They hopped on something that was like, it didn't have a lot of clout or didn't have, you know, any history yet, but they took a chance. And so that's kind of low key what operating in our North Node and utilizing the Jupiter energy to have those new experiences, what we need to be doing right now. Okay. Jeff Bezos was in the garage. Look at him now. Okay. So I'm just saying, like, as examples, like, whatever success is to you, okay? If you know that you're just putting forth really good energy, you're not projecting, you're giving out, you know, the loving energy, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, taking care of you, your home, your family, you know, getting your mind right, your health right, your body right, mind, body, and soul, whatever it is for you. And you're carrying out your creative endeavors and things of that nature every single day. Hey, you know, whatever it is, you're doing it for God. You know what I mean? And like, you could go and transition the next day and say that you did your best, you know? So whatever, that could be successful to you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that looks like for you, okay? Because I feel like it's all changing. Nobody cares about celebrities anymore and blue checkers and the boats and the houses and all that stuff. Now it's like, do you know how to cook a meal if we out in the woods? Can you build a house? Can you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you have survival skills? You know, like, are you using this? Like, is that there? Are we home up there? You know, do you have empathy? Do you have a balance between your divine masculine and divine feminine energies? You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's do tarot astrology, guys. See what we have coming up. And then I'm going to do the wheel, depending on what signs you're dealing with. Okay, you guys don't forget to thumbs up the video as you're watching, just FYI. What do we have for the collective? Okay. Ooh, what did I just do? Oh. Ooh, so you guys know I'm going to read the reversals first. A lot of knights. What is this? Oh. Passing through. A lot of us, I know, we don't like change, But we gotta do it. We gotta do it, guys. We gotta do it. Okay. So here we are. Okay, these are all the reversals. So we're passing through a lot here. I'm not gonna cap. This is a message, honey, okay? So we may receive lots of opportunities, okay? You know, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, making sure that when we are taking action, we're not just using that other side of the Leo energy where they're impatient and they want things to happen, want things now, and want things fast and quick in a hurry, and we're missing all the fine details because that's Virgo energy and it's in reverse. Okay, so when we are tapping in, this is kind of confirming what I said earlier. When we are tapping into those opportunities, we want to make sure that we're not putting all of our eggs in one basket. We're crossing our T's, we're dotting our I's, we're making sure it is something that we want to carry out, and it's nothing's going to sneak up later on and cause a square or opposition or a challenge for us to come later because we kind of missed the mark and didn't read the contract, or you know what I'm saying, like we didn't know it was like a pump and dump coin that we invested all of our money into, you know, and now it's like, oh no, it was a scam. You know what I'm saying? So being aware of that, because it's a pentacle energy, so it has to do with our financial opportunities here. Okay, we got to kind of get out of our head too, as far as a lot of people don't want to change. This is Uranus energy, Aquarian energy at that. So we have to make sure that we are just getting out of our head with that Five of Swords, making sure that you can't care about what anybody thinks about what it is that you're doing, guys. Like there has to be some kind of like extent. Like you have to do what you want to do and how you want to do it. The days are over. Like I don't understand why people want to be just like other people or copy other people to a T. You know, just because it worked and they made millions. I guess people are lazy nowadays. Like come up with something new. This energy is telling me like people are just keeping their ideas in their head and they're having conflicts in their mind about, should I do this, should I do that? I don't know, they might think something if I do that or say that or do this in a certain way. Like come brand new. That's that all about Uranus energy. Come brand new, come different, like literally. And also too, don't forget to protect Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Don't forget to protect things that you already have and be grateful for everything that you already have. Some of you guys could have planted some jacked up seeds, some bad seeds, and some of you guys could have planted some good ones. But the Seven of Pentacles in reverse lets me know that some of you guys are facing life right now. And you're probably be emotional at the fact that in Cancer season you're gonna see, damn, I planted some bad seeds. So now I kind of gotta I gotta play catch up, or I gotta use this job to, you know, put money towards my business and get back right where I was at, or whatever your situation is. I gotta get these connections back going again. I burned some bridges here. Dang it, I gotta meet some new people. I gotta, whatever it is for you. And we're starting to notice that, you know what I'm saying? You may not be receiving the material rewards, recognitions, or anything of the time wherever you're putting your time and energy into to receive the material possessions. Maybe things are coming in really slow or not at all. You were putting your time and energy into things that probably didn't even matter right now. It could have been into other people. And it's like it kind of left you feeling a little sick. It left you feeling a little bit of hurt. This can cause people to not be so passionate anymore with the Nine of Swords in reverse. And now you're all like using that Gemini energy, and you're like, dang. It's kind of like having the devil and the angel on one side, and you're really forced to think about this stuff, and you might have nightmares, sleepless nights, because you didn't put forth whatever it is that you wanted to carry out. Maybe this could be as easy as like your parents or your lover telling you, no, you should do this. And so you spent all your time and energy into doing whatever they told you to do. And now it's like, you're not passionate about it. This is Venus energy. You don't love it. You don't like it. So it's like, now you're like, you're sick. You're stuck with it. You can't sleep. You know, you're putting all your blood, sweat, and tears into something that you're not even passionate about. So we got to turn that around, right? Whether you're starting from scratch, okay? So for the most part, those were the reversals. Okay, that's what some of us could be facing. Now, in this time, we have to have patience. Okay, we do have the Temperance card here. Like I said, we do have that fire stellium that's playing out. Mars, Lilith, Leo, all in, and the moon right now is in Leo. Okay, did I say Venus? Mars, Venus, Lilith, and the moon are all in fire signs right now at this time, guys. Okay, so we have a cute little not little, big fire stellium playing out. So what does that look like? Like I said, people can be very impatient. It's acting without thinking about the consequences. So we kind of have to be careful. I love how this patient card came out. Rome was built in a day. The last thing to grow on the tree is fruit. So you have to be patient. Okay. Wait, wrong card. It was this one. Temperance. Sag. Okay. Because we're all trying to find a way to feel free and to be free. You know, especially when you're retaining new information or you're learning about all these new things. Whatever you learned before, you have to unprogram and reprogram. And I know that can be very draining. It could blow your wig back, blow your mind, honey. Okay, with all these new things that are coming out, and all these truths and whatever have you. But we can't let it stop us from taking action either. So we got to be patient with ourselves, okay? And the mission that we're on, as long as you're putting your best foot forward every single day, because you got to recognize tomorrow's not promised. And stay in the present. Whatever it is that you got going on for today, go hard. Go even harder than you did yesterday. Just go hard for you, for yourself, period. But you got to have patience, okay? Some of you guys may be facing some stagnant energy with this hanged woman here, okay? Now, whenever you're facing anything stagnant, you got to really check. First of all, check yourself and look at the man in the mirror. Second of all, check the people that you're around, your associates, your friends, family, whoever it is that you're kicking it with. Because sometimes, 9 times out of 10, there could be people, places, or things, or vices, or whatever have you, that's stunting your growth or causing a stagnant energy. Okay? I'm going to say it again. There could be people you could be messing with or giving your time and energy to that could be causing you to just be stuck and stagnant in life. Okay, so what are you participating in? That's allowing us to really kind of look at that. During Gemini season, what you should have been able to see who was who and what was what. Okay, we still have Mercury's in Gemini right now, which is an air energy as well. So are we talking to people of substance here? Are we letting people know what the deal is? Are we letting people know who are we dealing with and what we're going to deal with and what we're not going to deal with? Okay, it's really important. We got to get out of the stagnant energy if you are in a stagnant energy, or if you're stuck. Okay, come up with some ideas. I know there's something in there, you know, like that you could be doing or involving yourself in. You know, Neptune is in Pisces. This is a Neptune energy, the hanged woman here. So, you may be stuck because whatever it is that you're putting your time and energy into was something that was in Fantasy Island. So now somebody could be allowing you to realize that with all this fire energy playing out. Like, let's say all this fire stellium's in an 8th house or 9th house or something. That can be very revealing to you. Whatever house is playing out with all this fire energy, shit hits the fan and it kind of lets you know where you kind of missed the mark in some form or fashion. Okay, so it's kind of like bringing you back down here. Okay, so we have to recognize that you can have whatever it is you want. You just have to take the action to do so. Okay, we do have the World card here. Okay, everything's changing, like I said earlier, right? But if you want to see the change in your life, in whatever realm you're living in, like, you need to take action and have discipline, structure, bring all this is Saturn energy, okay, with the World card. You need to do all of those things. I know it's things that we don't like to do, but staying, like I'm telling you, consistency is key, honey. Okay, if you want to carry out something, put it on your calendar, do post-it notes, do reminders on your phone, whatever it is that you got to do. Just make sure that you stay focused, because there's a lot of distractions. Okay, you could be so distracted. A lot of people are very distracted right now. Okay, so make sure that you are conjuring up, you know, you're putting your time and energy with, when you're networking with other people. This is Cancer energy with the 3 of chalices here. Okay, that's Pluto energy as well. So you want to make sure whatever it is that you're tapping into, whatever it is you're about to buy your mattress, buy your bed, and you're about to lay in it, honey. So you better make sure for the next 20 years it's something that you want to do. And that it's with the right people that can get you to high places and see new faces. Okay, so it's really important who you're connecting with at this time. Okay, associates, friends, business partners, lovers, even family members. It's crucial. And I'm just keeping it in a book. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but you want to make sure it's with the right people so you can celebrate life. You can have a balance between divine masculine and divine feminine. In this photo here, it's definitely looks like people, everyone has their own magic. Everyone has their own way of doing something. It looks like everybody just kind of coming together, like-minded individuals, conjuring up ideas, plans, making things happen, celebrating life and not just surviving it, and actually coming together instead of bumping heads and hating on one another. You know what I'm saying? So we need more of that. Okay. So use all this Empress energy, okay? Exude love, you know, and passion in everything that you put forth, okay? Take action on it. 5 of Wands, you know. That's a little bit of, you know, a little competition never hurt nobody as long as it's healthy competition, you know. Let's say, for example, somebody is like, you watch somebody, they're motivating you, like, dang, like they get it every day, they're just so, you know, consistent, whatever they got going on, like, man, I'm gonna do it better, you know. That should motivate you in a positive way to kind of like, you know what, I'm geeked up now, I really want to learn about this, or I really want to tap into this, I want to learn this new skill set, oh man, I want to do it, like I'm gonna do it better than them, like do it, please. I ask anybody, like if you see me like that, do it better than me, you know, in a healthy way. Like, you know, I hope I motivate you to get off your ass and do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do it. That's that healthy competition. 5 of Wands. That's Leo energy. And now we have the sun in Cancer right now. And Leo actually rules the sun. So this is like that number 5 energy, getting creative, right? And taking action on your creative endeavors. Okay. It's really, really important. And what are we looking for within our connections right now? We're looking for the reciprocity of it all. 6 of Pentacle energy. When we're working towards, you know, building stability, gaining these new opportunities and things of that nature. You know, if whatever you're dishing out, I always say I'm not spending money. My money is circulating because somebody else may need it and it's going to circle right back to me. That's just how I look at it. So whenever I give a bum some money or food or whatever have you, I don't worry about it. You know, I'm never really checking bank accounts like that or anything, because I always feel like in my mind, I got it. I know I got it. You know what I mean? So like, I just don't think in that lack mindset. There's a will, there's a way. It always works out for me. You know, that's how I think. So we need to be thinking like that with our thoughts. Mercury energy here, okay? That way we can bring in the material things. You don't want to be where it's lopsided, where it's like you're just doing everything and all your connections are the people that you're dealing with and you ain't getting nothing out of it. That's kind of really not fair. You got to look at that as an energy vampire. You gotta let them go. Okay, it's really, really important. You gotta pay attention to who you're keeping company during this time. Okay, because you have the 3 of Swords here. So if you are recognizing, I know it's going to be a little bit hard because this could be family members, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles. This could be your lover if you're married, your best friend, you know, whatever, associates or business partners. We got to cut them off, and it's going to hurt, but it's going to be for your betterment. Okay, utilize this Uranus energy through your swords. You might be breaking some hearts. Your heart might be broken. Okay, you might be sad about it, but sometimes you're like, oh, I gotta remove my energy. I'm gonna slowly just kind of like get out of like whatever it is, because maybe your best friend ain't doing nothing. Maybe your lover's on a whole nother, they just changed and flip-flopped and they're into something totally different. Y'all into 2 separate worlds. It's like your roommates living together. Whatever your situation is, you gotta kind of let it go. 3 of Swords. Okay, do something different, create the change, or else Uranus is going to do it for you anyways and shake shit up, because it does unexpected things. Uranus energy. So we do have a lot of knights here on the board. We have the Knight of Chalices and we also have the Knight of Swords. So people are going to be coming into our lives. I feel like with knights, they're temporary. They come and they go, come and they go. So all of us may be being tested right now at this time. Okay. We have Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces. So we may be tested during this time. Okay. This is where you got to check the temperature and read the room of the people that you're coming across. Okay, because people can talk a really good game. Nine of chalices is your feelings, your emotions. This is water, right? So we have to make sure, you know what? We have to utilize the Aquarian intellect, but also have a balance with our emotions as well. Knowing when to participate and don't let people kind of get to you on an emotional stance, because you don't want to react based off of how you feel about something, because that's temporary. And then you end up creating a challenge for yourself. Um, you might have reacted too quick based off of emotion. So you have to be careful of that. You know, be cerebral about it. Think about it before you react and respond. Very, very important here, okay? Use that Gemini energy, Knight of Swords. It's chess, not checkers. So really take your time. We're all getting out of the traditional way of doing things here. We do have the Hierophant. A lot of Taurus energy. We still have that Taurus stellium. We got Uranus, Jupiter, and the North Node chilling in Taurus still. So it's all about doing things different, okay? Switching it up, especially when it's dealing with building our foundation, our stability, wanting the finer things in life. Venus rules Taurus. You know, they like that material possessions pretty much for the most part. Systems are breaking. You be the person to create something new. You be the person to create a new platform or social media platform. You be the person to create a new coin. You be the person to create whatever it is that we need. You know, you be the creator of that. Okay? Pretty much is what it's saying here for the most part. What time is it? How long have we been on? Oh, shit. You guys, I think I'm going to end this reading. We're 2 hours in and I need... Oh, God, and it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm going to take my ass to bed. I was going to do the wheel. Maybe we'll do the wheel tomorrow. We can do a spread tomorrow. But you guys, make sure you just... that is your reading. That's the spread. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped, and turned on. I love all of you guys. Make sure you protect your energy, cloak, shields up, all the things. Don't forget to click the notification bell. That way you get notified when I go live. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.